Hello friends, welcome back. BigDenoPlays Primal the Awakening. It's the second to last episode, hopefully, where we will be facing off against a monster from the Nightmare expansion. But it's not that guy. It's instead this guy, the Taraska. He's breathing lava. Yeah, no, very cool. So this is one of the Nightmare expansion monsters. I think this is the first expansion monster we've faced in the campaign. I think so. We didn't fight Zitharos and we didn't fight Zekalith. Did we fight Zitharos? I don't remember. Anyway, here's what we're doing. Oh, that's an awful start, Deno. So let's talk about this guy, Taraska. Taraska. When a player suffers attrition damage, they discard the top 3 cards of their deck. If they discard a offensive card this way, they must discard 1 additional card. Not ideal. So we're going to be cycling our deck quickly. This would be a good monster to fight with the archer who wants to cycle a deck. He's got shield 3 and he's got resistant, which is no problems, and the front sector is protected until the end of round 1. Protected means we can't attack it, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. We also want to attack him from the flank anyway, because he's got this thing over here. When there's 8 counters, his shield value is reduced to 0. So it's all about pumping red in his flank. We're attacking from the flank. We've gone for the Berserker, ramp up the damage, and we've gone... Yeah, we've done a few little changes actually. I'm starting to really get into the changing of the equipment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like it's quite interesting. 31 health here for Lejona, 29 for Darion. What did we end up with? Teamwork, counter attack. Ooh-wee. Increase the damage this attack deals by 3. Shield wall into shield dance. Could be nice. Could be nice. All right, and what do we got over here? Double slash. Ooh, search your deck for a red. That's nice. Draw 2. That is nice. Okay. Maybe we start here. That's an interesting change of pace for us. We go draw, strike, double slash, look for some reds. Yep. All right, and we get into a rock. Let's try that. Let's try that. We'll do something different. So let's just run through what we've got. We've got the red scale helm, as always, the spined armor, and we've got this vermilion now, which allows us to increase the damage of an attack that deals by 5. Over here, we've gone for the electric dagger again, but we've switched out to the reef-bound helm, so we can heal and reveal blues, which is nice, and that's it. So yeah, let's kick it off. We're starting with this one, and it is the active player discards the top 2 cards of their deck. If an offensive card is discarded, that player suffers burning. Offensive, we suffer burning. So that's done. We add this one. The active player discards the top 2 cards of their deck. If a red, they suffer damage and burning. No, don't be a red, don't be a red, don't be a red. Yeah, we don't suffer anything. Nice. Very annoying. When he becomes threatened, when he turns. Alright, so it's now our turn. I discarded the wrong way here. 1, 2, 3, 4, because these are my actual cards. We're going to move with Darion, discarding that card. We're going to move over to the flank. We've gained 2 struggle as well, so we can't attack him in the front anyway, but that's fine. We weren't going to. When a player suffers attrition damage. Yep. Alright, so we'll play Pressing Strike. It's a blue, and we're going to use Teamwork from our friend over here to do that. 1, 2, and then we'll reveal for reds. No, no, damn. All right, we're in the flank, so we're going to play our first red, and it's going to be a double slash. And we're going to pay 2 for it, so that we can use our Dragon Claw. So it's going to put a counter on that card. The attack damage is 20. And we're reducing that by 3, which is 17 because of the shield. No, we do an extra 5 because the first red we've played in our sequence is Vermilion, so 22. Nice starts. We're 28 to do a wound. So we get to reduce the stamina cost of the next one we play to 0. So we'll do that, which means it's going to be 8 plus nothing else. So that's going to be 5, so 27. And that's because of the shield 3. We've placed a second flank card there. And then we'll play an evasive step, discarding this, which is a waste of that. But what we're going to get is our Berserker that's a freebie. Battlecry, it was literally the next card. Maybe we'll go the other one. Blind Rage, yep. Then we reshuffle our deck. So then we'll play Blind Rage. So it's going to be another 5, but it's a third counter on that flank card thing. 1, 2, 3. So another 5. So we're at 32. Pretty good. Pretty good. So we're flipping this. Let's hope it's a 1. It's a 2. Okay, we've got a decision to make now. We also removed one of these. So when we suffer damage, we discard the top 3 cards of our deck. So I think we're actually going to use the rock. It's an early rock. I like keeping the rocks a bit longer, but that's okay. We kept 0 cards in hand, so we retain 0 stamina for our next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did we get an assist? We did get an assist. Aggressive charge, though. Oh, slash to the flank. So we're going to trigger this because he's turned. Each player in the flank and rear sectors suffers damage unless they discard a green. If no players suffer damage this way, Taraska gains 1 struggle. We're gonna let him do that. We're gonna do 4 damage to take us down to 27 over here. Pyroclasm. If no players suffer damage, yeah. So we suffer damage, so we're not triggering that. And then at the start of our phase, we can add a card back to our hand. And are we going to assist? Yeah, I don't reckon we're going to move right now. We're not going to move. And so that's going to trigger threatened. He gains 2 struggles, so he goes to 3. We must suffer damage unless we reveal a green. We don't have a green, so we're going to suffer another 1, 2, 3. 24. That's fine. I think we're going to reveal a blue from our hand, so. Play Shield Wall. It's a yellow. And we'll go into a red, discarding Aggro Strike. So that's going to take us to 4 counters on this card because we've played 4 reds in the first turn in the flank. This one is a new symbol. We'll have to look at that one. What is that one, Deno? That one is, if you have an attack card in your sequence at the end of your action phase. Nice. So while your mastery is focused, ignore the stamina cost on this card. It is not increase the damage this attack deals by 9. So it's 9 and 7, 16, which goes down to 13, 45, we're 28, which is 50, 56. So we're 11 short. Now, do I play a counter attack just to play a blue? Or do I keep 2 cards? We'll keep 2 cards. We're going to gain a stamina. We're going to reveal a blue. That allows us to heal for 3. 1, 2, 3. And that'll do us. So we're going to flip our first one. It's a 1. We have the option to discard that, but we'll keep it. 1. Ah, no rock. So when we suffer attrition damage, we discard the top 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Because we discarded an offensive one, we reveal that. This goes away. We didn't avoid attrition damage, so we don't get to do that. We do have 2 blues though, which is nice. And so this says when revealed, we do a lava geyser. So lava geyser is a new rule, and I think it is, we just discard the top card of his deck and put a lava geyser there. Is that right? Discard the top card of the behavior deck and place a fire terrain token in that sector indicated. It's the right-hand side. A fire terrain. That's good for us. So we've ended our round, which means we're triggering this one and this one. This has been a punishing start. Punishing. He's turning to face us as well. All right, so the first one is we ended with a red in our sequence. The active player must discard cards equal to the current stance number plus 1. 1, 2. So that was that. And then we're resolving this one, but I do actually have to draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now this one, this has been a punishing start. Each player discards equal to the current stance number plus 1. He's just gonna pummel us, isn't he? Oh, we're starting in the front again. And that was discard another 2 cards for both. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. End of the round. We do behavior refresh. We discard this one. We put this one here. And we are going to trigger an unleash, which is going to do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We move over to this one. Increase Taraska's shield value by 3 until the end of the round. So he's no longer protected in the front, which means we can stay where we are and fight him. This flipped to yellow. Choose a player. Okay. So at the start of our action phase, we can search a discard pile for a card of our choice and add it to our hand. I think we want to look for push is a good one. Yeah, we'll put push in there. So are we moving? Are we moving? We're not playing a red at this point in time anyway. So let's actually not move. So we're remaining threatened. So we'll start with a push, which is a blue. We're going to discard our assist for that, attack plan. So allows us to draw 2, 1, 2. We'll then play agility, which is a green. Oh, we add a counter to our tactician. Discarding golden opportunity, which allows us to draw 2, 1, 2. All right. We'll play snare using feint, allows us to draw a card. We shuffle our deck. We'll play rally and we'll discard our stamina to do so. Now the question is, do we want to move? We're not gonna suffer any damage, so no, we'll just draw a card. Let's play a shield wall. Do we need to do that? No. The maximum we can have is 3. We need to reduce any attrition damage we suffer by 1. Remember that. We can play a red, but let's instead use Pulsating Fury, which is a blue, and we'll discard Coordinated Attack. If you are the aggro player, draw cards equal to the current stance number. We'll draw 1. We'll add a second token to our tactician. We would remove a thing, but there isn't any to remove. And so that is all. So we're flipping 2 of these. 1, 2, we take the 3, but we have 3 defense cards in our sequence. So our electric dagger triggers deal 4 damage for each defense card in our sequence. That's 12. Then you may choose and discard a behavior card in play. So we'll choose one of these reds. This one. 12, which is unfortunately down to 6 because of the shield 6 that's on. Was that round or turn, shield 6? Increase Taraska's shield until the end of the round. Yucky! And then snare, we do our weapon damage, which is 7 times 3, which is 21 minus 6, which is 15. 66, and that is our first wound down because it is 56 to do a wound. So we're at 10. He's got resistant, but we're not triggering until the next one. Cool, so that's all done. So we suffered no attrition damage. Which means we don't discard the top cards of our deck. We triggered snare, we triggered that. At the end of our round, we're going to reveal a blue. It's going to allow us to heal, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to gain a stamina. And we'll gain 1 card. So he's not moving, no one's getting threatened, and we haven't played a red in our sequence. We'll discard attack plan to allow an assist over here. So the assist, boom. So we are going to gain threatened because we're not moving. And that means we're triggering this. We suffer damage unless we discard a green from our hand. We're okay with that. He's going to gain 2 struggle. Molten Tail. We are going to play an aggressive charge, which is a blue, which removes that. That gives us Berserker. Berserker! We'll try and draw 2 reds. 1, no. 2, no. That's unfortunate, but that's going to trigger burning. So we're going to suffer 4 damage. We're down to 22. So we're going to play, oh, this is interesting. We'll play Battle Cry. No, Battle Cry is wasted at this point. We're going to play Slash to the flank. I think I want to play both of these cards, which means I'm ending with Precise Strike, which is a waste. So instead, we'll do a Slash to the flank, which is a blue, and we're going to discard Battle Cry. We can play a red in our sequence as the next card without paying its stamina cost. So if I don't draw a red, it's a waste. So we'll instead play that. Ah, oh, it's such a waste, you know. Such a waste. Ah. If this is a red, playing this into this is a fantastic play. If it's not a red, it's an awful play. Yeah, we're gonna risk it. This attack inflicts vulnerable. It's a first red in our sequence, so it's going to be 13, which is down to 7. We're at 17. Drawing a card because of Berserker. It's a red! Great play from Deno. Great play. We'll play double slash, and we're going to discard this green, and that does... oh, so we played 2 reds, so we're now at 6 cards in the flank. We're going to double that, so that is going to be 12 plus 8, 20, so another 14, so we're at 31. We draw a card. Our health is not critical, but we could just play it anyway. If the next card you play in your sequence is a red, reduce its stamina cost by 1. Yeah, we'll do that. Wrath of Blood. If your health is critical, it's not critical. Increase the damage this attack deals by blah, blah, blah. But we have now 7 cards in the flank. That's going to be another 8, which is going to go down to 2, so 33, but it's going to allow us to draw a card, which is that. We want to suffer damage anyway. So we've got 2 in hand, so we're going to have 2 stamina. Unless we flip 0, 0, of which there is none, we are suffering the damage. Oh, 0 when revealed Lava Geyser. We have to flip a second one anyway. But we have to do the Lava Geyser, which is same spot. It's burning again. And the 2. When revealed Lava Geyser again. So he's going to struggle from that. Okay, so the Lava Geyser has gone in here now. Sweet, so we suffer damage, attrition damage, which is 3, so we're at 19. These all go away. When we suffer attrition damage, you have to discard cards And if we discard an offensive card, which we do, 1, 2, 3, we discard another one, 4. So that's fine. We've then triggered this one because we've had a thingy card in our sequence. It is not. Taraska turns its back to the active player. Ignore the monster rotation step at the end of this turn. Interesting. Well, we're triggering this one anyway. Each player in the flank and rear sector suffers damage unless they discard a green. I can't discard a green on either. Oh, that's awful. Actually, no, we would have had full hand from him. 1, 2, 3. We have no green. We can't discard. So 4 damage. 15 and 4 damage. 24. Awful. And that's the end of the round. So we're going into round 3. This is going to become 3. Behaviour refresh. We're discarding both of these. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And there is no one in the front. That is awesome. Our aggro is Darion. However, in a rather unfortunate turn of events, fire, fire, burn, burn. We need to figure out a way to taunt. Do we have taunt here? We actually have resilience, so we can draw that when we suffer damage. Do we have a resilience over here? We do. Draw another card. Oh my god, we've got 5 yellows. We can't play in the rear. Right now. But if we played a blue, 2 blues, we can. So that's maybe not a bad play. Okay. We might have an option here. Primal Fury, draw 1 or heal 1. The end of your action phase, yes. Alright. This will be fine. We're not moving, so we're threatened still. Both players are threatened. We will play Primal Fury, which is a blue, so we'll reduce that to 2. We're going to spend a stamina for that. That allows us to draw 1 or heal 1. We will heal, or heal 3 rather. Our health hasn't become critical, so we're not going to do that. We were 15, actually it has, because we were 15. We'll heal again, 1, 2, 3. We've entered the Berserker state, so we can heal 3 again. 1, 2, 3, very good. And then we are going to play Guardian Blade, which costs us 1. We'll spend that stamina again. And then we'll play Deflecting Blade, discarding Counter-Strike. Search your deck for a card with Slash and add it to your hand. We've got Pressing Strike. I think we're better off playing Guardian and doing nothing, holding on to these 2, which gives us 2 stamina. Again, we've played 3 yellows, so the first one flips a 1, the second one flips a 1, so we suffer no damage, which means these all go away. We've played 2 of these, and so over here we can draw 2 cards, 1, 2. And at the end of your action phase, return a card from your sequence to your hand. We'll play Primal Fury. And then we'll draw 1, 2. And our friend is going to turn to face us in the front. We are going to go to the rear. No, we're going to go to the front. Yep. Cool. So So assist. Yes, do we assist? I think we'll hold for the moment. We're going to spend our stamina to move, which removes our threatened token. And we'll move into the front. We will play a golden opportunity, which is a blue, using shield ball. We have 3 for tactician. We will play we get to add a card from our discard pile to our hand. Yeah, so we'll actually put... No, we'll do snare. The snare plays safer, Deno. Do a snare. We'll play snare using the aggro strike. We'll play last breath, which is a yellow, using this counter attack. Deal damage to the monster equal to the damage you currently sustain. We currently sustain 7, so he's going to suffer 4. 37. We'll play this blue, which flips our tactician. We've removed all of that. And then that's it. So let's see if the snare play works. It's either a 1. Oh, that's it. It's a 1 because we moved. Yeah. So we suffer no attrition damage, which means he suffers 7 and 7, 14 minus 3, which is 11, 48, and 4 and 4, which is 8 minus 3, which is 5, which is 53. And we can discard a card and replenish it. We'll discard this one. This goes here. He gains a struggle. This shuffles. And that's it. So now it's the start of the next round. We're going to behavior refresh this into this. Over here, we're on round 4. And we have 3. Both of these fires go away. The person who is starting the round is Legiona 5. And so he's going to trigger this one, which says the front sector is protected, and he's going to spend a struggle to give him shield 3. I don't think that's going to matter. Ooh, I feel pretty good about this. We're going to move to the flank. We're going to discard our feint to allow us to do that. While we're in the flank, we're going to play a concentrated attack, discarding Shield Dash and Perseverance. Choose another player. Increase the damage this attack deals by 3 for each red in their discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 plus 7 is 22. We inflict vulnerable because we did a wound. Doesn't matter actually, but it's done multiple things. His shield value is now 0. We've inflicted vulnerable with Darion to come, which is awesome. And I don't think we grabbed a card from our discard pile, so we will grab opening push. So we're going to flip to the next stance, and it is, when revealed, Lava Geyser. Puts a fire in the front. And then what reveals here, when the active player ends up in the rear sector, they become threatened. If that player is already threatened, they suffer damage +1. Wow, that's crazy. We're about to be in the rear sector with Darion. But that's okay because of our tactician. Interesting. Interesting. We're going to play push. Discarding those two. Removes a struggle. We draw 2 cards. That is going to cause us to suffer 3 damage. 21. Shuffle these. We've played a blue, so we can choose a sector. Players in that sector may draw 1 immediately or move without paying any stamina cost. When an active player ends up in the rear sector, they become threatened. When the active player. Okay. We'll play Rally, discarding Tempo. Choose a player to draw 1 or immediately move without paying the cost. Probably should have moved there. Yeah, we'll discard. Oh, we don't have enough. So we'll hold. We'll hold that. What did I pulled this one, didn't I? Yeah, I actually, instead of pulling that card, I'm going to move over here to where the rock is because that's a better play. So end of that, he's going to discard 2 cards from over here. It's a 1, be another 1. Ah, 2. Okay, so we'll use the rock. So he's going to suffer damage. When you avoid attrition damage, deal 4 damage for each defense in your sequence. So he's going to suffer 4. And we're going to discard this behaviour card here. And that's it. These all go away. We draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And concluded, he turns to face here. So the active player now is Darion. He's going to spend a stamina to move, and he's going to move to the flank. So he is no longer threatened. We do have to trigger this bad boy, because he moved. Each player in the flank and rear sectors suffers damage +1 unless they discard a green. We will discard no green. So we will suffer 4. We're down to 20 on Darion. But we're in the flank now and we're about to go ballistic. All right, do we have an assist? We do have an assist. Let's do it. We have a vulnerable token that we can exhaust here, which is going to be very nice. So the assist allows us to draw a card. Boom. We'll play Pressing Strike, which allows us to draw 2, and we'll discard Defensive Insight to allow us to do that. 1, 2. I am almost certain this is a red, so I'm going to use my helmet. It's a red. We suffer 3 damage. We're not burning. So we're at 17. We'll play Primal Fury, which is another blue, and we'll discard this quick attack, which means we deal base weapon damage of 8. So that's 12. We can draw one or heal one. We'll draw one. So we'll play Blind Rage, which is a 0. We are not at critical health. I'd like to be critical health. Let's see if we can add a red. No. All right, Blind Rage is just going to deal 8. So we're at 20. We have a sequence limit of 6. While your master is focused, ignore the stamina cost of this card, Blade Reflex. We are vulnerable, so I'm just trying to work out the best way to do it. Because this Wrath of Blood would be a monstrous attack if we could do it. But I don't think we can. Well, let's do this. Let's play a retreat. Draw 2. 1, 2. Precise strike, eh? Oh, I get to draw one because I played a red. Boop. Yep, so we'll do Wrath of Blood and we'll discard 2 cards, or sorry, 2 stamina to make that cost 20. And, well, that was the first red in our sequence, so we've got another 5, sorry. So yeah, we're 25. Yeah, so this attack is going to be a total of 20. And we're going to double that to 40, which is 65, which means we've got 15, and we've triggered another wound. We draw another card. And then let's play a Blade Reflex, discarding Deflecting Blade. Actually, we'll keep Deflecting Blade, we'll discard our stamina token. So we've got 3 greens, sorry, 2 defense cards. We're probably still going to fail. Lava Geyser. We don't suffer damage, nice. Okay, Lava Geyser is the right sector, which is down here. We're shuffling that. Which means we're gaining one of these. This goes away. These all go away, which is great. However, at the end of your action phase, return a card with slash to your hand. There, 3 stamina into the next turn. Darion is on fire. And we'll draw a card. 1. Oh, jumping assist. Nice. However, we are triggering this bad boy. If the first card, the top of the active discard players, is a thingy, weird, it is not. Taraska turns its back to the active player. Ignore the monster rotation step at the end of its turn. So when the active player ends up in the rear sector, they become threatened. Nice. End of the turn. Behavior refresh. Oh, we became threatened. We have to do that. Nice. He gains 2 struggle. We suffer damage unless we can discard a green. Yeah, we'll discard a green. Now we behavior refresh. That one will disappear. He's got 5 struggle. None of those are going to trigger at this point in time. This flips and this flips. We'll start with a pressing strike. Or do we want to move? Yes. Move into the flank. Spending 1. Pressing strike will spend 2. Draw 2. 1, 2. Actually, do we want to use any potions? No. 1, 2. Keep our potions. We'll use a battle cry, which means we go berserker. When we enter berserker, we can heal 3. We will. 1, 2, 3. That attack is going to do 8 damage. His shield is 0, so because we have all of our flank attacks. We've moved, so we're no longer threatened. We'll play a jumping slice, discarding this blue, which gives us 2 stamina. So this attack is going to be 9 plus 8 plus 12, so it's going to be 29. Plus we also have another 5, which I didn't account for there, so 28. So 20 plus 9 is 57, which is another wound. So he goes down to 7. We draw a card because we played a red. Double slash. Yeah, we'll play a double slash, discarding this deflecting blade. That's another 8, so it's 15. And then we'll play Guardian to end that. We're going to suffer attrition damage here, but that might be okay. It's a 2, and that's it. So yep, we'll suffer attrition damage. So it's 3, 17. And then we have to flip 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll add that back to our hand. These will go back in here. We draw 1, which means we're suffering another 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, our weapon has an extra 6 damage that I've been forgetting because we flipped it to Berserker. I'll just give myself an extra 12, 27, because I definitely forgot that last turn. One, two, three, 4, 5. We had 3 cards in hand, and so we get 3 stamina again. The Taraska is going to turn to face us, which is going to trigger this. We're also going to trigger this, and then we're going to trigger this with the next one when he turns to face. All right, turn to face. Boom. Each player in the flank, none. No players suffer damage. I don't think that one applies. Next one. The active player must discard a number of cards on the top of their deck equal to the stance plus 1. 1, 2, 3. Then Taraska turns its back to the active player. Oh, that's awesome. Which means we become threatened. So our friend over here, Jonah, he's got a pretty good turn ahead, maybe. So we're going to add a card from here into our hand. It'll be this opening. We do want to move. So we're going to discard Shield Dance to move. Over to here. We'll play our opening, discarding Teamwork. So it's going to allow us to draw 2. 1, 2. It's also removed a struggle. We've played a blue, so let's draw another card as well. Let's do Attack Plan into a Shielded Strike. Remove 2 struggle. Increase the damage this attack deals by 3 for each one in your sequence. So it's 3, so 7, so 10. So 37. And that's all. We'll hold there. Hold there. Hold! So we'll reveal 2 cards, which means we're allowed to heal 3. So we go to 24. We are going to suffer attrition damage. We did move, so that's fine. We reduce it by 1, so we're going to suffer 1, 2 because of that. We then have to discard 1, 2, come on, 3, 4. These all go away. He will draw 1, 2, 3, and then he'll turn to face us here. and we'll then trigger this end of the round card, which is here. Each player discards equal to the current stance number plus 1. So 1, 2, which is 3 more damage. 3. Oh, that's an awesome one for it to be at the top. And then he's going to gain some struggle. And then over here, 1, 2, 3. So, end of the round, our first player is here. We're going to move to round 5. We're going to behaviour refresh that. We're going to start here with Uljonar. I actually did that the wrong way around, but yep. The active player discards the top 2 cards of their deck. If it's a red, is it discarded this way? No red. Red. We suffer damage and burning. So damage is 3, so we're at 19. And then we're following suit with this one. Front sector is protected until the end of this round. Increase Taraska's shield value. Still 0. Alright. Let's go right into the round. So he spent 1 to do that. Do we wish to move? Yes, we shall move over here. And then we're going to play a Pulsating Fury, discarding this, which allows us to draw cards equal to the current stance number. 1, 2. It's a blue. And so because we played a blue, we can draw another card. And he can draw a card as well. And then we can play Last Breath, discarding this counterattack. Deal damage to the monster equal to the damage you currently sustain. That's 12. Leaving him on 1. 10, 29, 12, yep. And then we'll play Taunt. Choose another player to reveal up to 2 reds from their hand. And deal their weapon damage for each. So that's going to be 57. So we're going to be on 7. Down to wound number 5. Come on, Deno. Powering it up now. And that's it. The end of our turn. We will reveal this yellow, so this blue, to heal ourselves for 1, 2, 3. And we did actually have a card in our discard pile that we could have pulled. Attack plan, because we're going to put that right there. Did we survive? A 1. That was it, because we moved. So we did survive. So we avoided attrition damage, which means we deal another 4, and then we can choose and discard a behaviour card in the sequence. We'll discard this one. So it's 8 damage, so he's on 15. Come on. Come on, Deno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's going to be a good turn. Look at that. We're playing a really interesting game, which is just like using snare and dealing damage in that way. He turns to face. Because he's turned, we trigger this one. None. We're going to trigger this one. The active player discards the top 2 cards of their deck. 1, 2, that is discarded, which means he suffers burning. And he's going to gain a struggle. Alright, let's get in the flank. And let's do some damage, because we've got slash to the flank. So we're going to move using our stamina into the flank, up here. Slash to the flank, which is a blue. You may play red as the next card in your sequence without paying its stamina cost. Let's see if we can pull a red from our deck. We can. Try again. No. So we're going to pay Jumping Slice. Oh, do we discard a different way here? Yeah, that's okay. We'll do Dragon Dash, which is a green. Sorry, we'll do Pressing Strike, which is a blue, discarding Dragon Dash to allow us to draw 2. 1, 2. All right. So our damage is below, so we are critical. So let's play a Blind Rage, which is a red. And that's going to be 8, 11 damage. So 26. We'll play a Double Slash, discarding Reactive Guard. No, discarding this stamina. And yeah, we'll do that as well, actually. We're going to do an extra 5 because it was the first red in our sequence, 31. So this is going to be a 20 damage swing, plus an extra 3 from that. So that's 23, so that's 54, which is our next wound. Down to 4. It has resistance, so we don't carry anything over. So we're going to flip to the final stage. When revealed, resolve Lava Geyser twice. Escalation, the active player suffers damage. No! 1, 2, 3. Okay. So fire damage, or geyser rather. Let's see, it is the right hand side, and it is the right hand side. That's excellent for us. We'll finish with a Guardian and a Blade Reflex, discarding the Jumping Slice. So we have 2 defense cards. That's a 0, and we did move, so that's it. So that's going to trigger another Lava Geyser, which is the same spot. At the end of your action phase, return a card from your sequence to your hand. At the end of your action phase, return a card with Slash to your hand. We're going to then gain 2 stamina and draw 1, 2, 3. We're on for a monster. All right. We do have to trigger this and this. So this first one is, if the first card on the active player's discard pile is a damage, it is not. He turns to face us with the back. End of the round. Each player discards a number of cards from the top of their deck equal to the stance number plus thingy. That is going to make him threatened as well, which is going to also proc this one. He gains 2 struggle unless we discard a green from our hand. We'll discard a green from our hand. That's it. So now he's got 1, 2, 3. This is amazing. So turn 6, he goes to 3 because we just did that. He's going to gain 2 struggle, so he's got 5 struggle. We're going to behavior refresh. We're going to discard this one, which means we're not triggering any, which is awesome. Just looking to see here if did I remember to discard cards from the top of my deck for both players? I'm not sure if I did. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to suffer 3 damage. It's time for a powerhouse though. 4. So he's going to suffer 4 damage. So he's down to 7. And he's going to suffer 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to suffer no damage, but he will do soon. Do we use a potion? Do we use an Aylmore? We'll use an Aylmore. 1, 2. Final breath is excellent. He didn't actually... Yeah, he did play a card, so he's got the first turn. An Imperial, I should say. We're not going to use a Aylmore. 1, 2. Alright. So he's also down to 18. I'm going to try and close it out in this turn. Over here, we're going to spend one of our stamina to move. We're no longer threatened. We are going to play a Primal Fury, which is a Berserker card, and we're going to spend a stamina to do that, which is going to remove that. It's going to allow us to heal for 3, 10, or we could draw 1, but I think we're fine on that. Yeah, we'll heal. We enter the Berserker state, so we can heal. Now we'll draw. Excellent. Pressing Strike, Guardian, draw 2. 1, 2. Blind Rage, no cost. Weapon is increased by 6. 8 is 14. 17. 17 because of our Red Scale Helm. Draw a card because we played a red. Wrath of Blood. We're going to discard these 2 to make that cost. To make that 15, plus 3 is 18, plus 12 is 30, plus 8 is 38, plus 5, 43. 43 and 17 is 60, which means we've got 18. Now we've done another wound. We draw a card. We'll play a Final Breath, discarding Guardian Blade. That allows us to draw up to our hand size limit plus 2. 1, 2, oh sorry, plus 1, 3, 4. Not really what we wanted. But let's just play a Retreat, discarding Defensive Insight, and draw 1, 2. So we're going to end our turn with max stamina, which is 3. We're going to flip this. We moved, so that's fine. We're going to Lava Geyser. It's going to be in the flank that our friend Lejonar is in. But now we have to discard a card from our hand because we have too many. And we discard Quick Attack, which deals base weapon damage, which is 8. So we're at 26. And that's fine. I didn't draw reds, try and draw reds there, which sucks. Okay, so Lejonar, he's just going to move. He's going to discard Feint to move into the rear. He can't attack anymore, but that's fine. We're going to play a push, discarding this, which is going to remove that. It's going to allow him to draw 2 cards and take the aggro. Do you have any reds? No. The next card he's going to play is Snare at a cost of 1, using Tempo. We'll play Draw, Perseverance rather, drawing the shield block. Allows him to draw 1. Do we have an assist? 1, 2, no assist. But we can assist. No, that was another item allows you to assist using stamina. The helmet maybe. I'm actually going to discard this golden opportunity and keep the shield block. And then I'm going to shield block for 0. So we've got 3. So we're holding 2 cards, so we gain a stamina. At the end of our action phase, we can't reveal a blue, but did he turn? Yeah, he should have turned here, which would have triggered this. So we're going to suffer damage on Legionnaire, which is fine. He's going to suffer 5. Is it 13? Yep, we flip this. It's a 1. We suffer no damage, which means he's going to suffer 21. And then he's also going to suffer 12. So 21 and 12 is 33, which takes us to 59, which is another wound from 44. So that's 15. 2 wounds to go. And we can also trash a card from the sequence. We'll trash that one. That goes there. And that is it. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 5 reds. A handful of 5 reds, you say. All right. It's the end of the round. He didn't move. We are going to move on to round 7. He's got 5. Behaviour refresh. He's going to discard this one. And Legionnaire is going to start in the front. So he's going to trigger this. The active player discards the top 2 cards of their deck. If a red is discarded this way, 1, 2, no reds discarded. Suffer damage and burning. He's back up to 5. He's back up to 5. Do we play our Hatrox, Denos? We've got so many cards. I reckon we'll play our Hatrox. So we're going to suffer 1, 2, 3. Using our Hatrox, our weapon gains 9 damage until the end of this round. Here we can pull a card into hand. Pulsating Fury is probably a good option. Yeah, we'll pull Pulsating Fury into hand. While your mastery is focused, ignore the stamina cost of this card. While this card is on top of your deck. Alright, so we're not going to move. We're going to play this. Spending our stamina. No, we'll move because we've got this here. So we'll move over to here. So we don't trigger threatened. That one was not in play. So yeah, Pulsating Fury will discard this coordinated assist. That allows us to draw cards equal to the current stance number. 1, 2, 3. We'll play a concentrated attack, which is cost 2. We're going to discard this counter attack to do it. Remember, our weapon damage is +9 right now. We've also healed for 3 because we played blue-red. So weapon damage is 9, +7 is 16, plus we get to add 3 for each one of red. 16, 19, 22, 25. So that's 40. Come on, Deno. You can do it. And then we will play Shield Dance while your mastery is focused. Ignore. No, we'll actually play. We'll do it this way. We'll do an attack plan. Now we'll do Last Breath. Resilience, deal damage to the monster equal to the damage you currently sustain. That's 19. So we're at 59, which means we've got 15. Come on, Deno. And then we'll Shield Dance, which is a cost of 1, using this aggro strike. And that is increasing the damage this attack deals by 9. Plus 9 from our Hatrox is 18. Plus 7 is 25. That's 40. We need 4 more damage to get it done. We'll play a rapid dash, which deals 16 damage. Come on! Get out of here, you big, stupid Ankylosaurus idiot. Yeah! That was awesome. Yeah! Oh, that's such a cool game. What a cool game. I love it. I love it. It feels good, man. Like, these characters are so much fun. They work well together. This guy's tanking and blocking. This guy's doing big damage. It's just a fun combination. I really, really like Snare, and this electric dagger with Snare is like a super fun combination. You know, you can just play defense. You feel like a big tank that's just, you know, catching people out, which is awesome. The key to that, the key to success, was getting as much damage, as much red cards as I early in the flanks, and remove his shield to 0. That made a huge difference. So I took a lot of damage to do that early, but it really got us over the line. So that's it. We're on to the finale next. Let's nip over here and have a look at what's happening in the final session. Over here, we have completed. What was it? In the mouth of the volcano? In the mouth of the volcano. We get some Ember Axe. We get all this stuff. Oh, it's a potion. Prevent any damage you would suffer this round. Then at the start of the next round, you are KO'd. We'll give that to him. Oh, we get 2 of them. Read Chapter 11. We earn a card pool upgrade. And we get Ancient Armor, Ancient Helmet, Ancient Stuff. I'm excited for that. Let's go have a look at that. But we'll do that in the next episode for the finale of BigDenoPlays Primal Awakening, the finale of this campaign anyway, because I'll be definitely playing some more of this game. It is outstanding. So I will catch you all then. BigDeno out.